Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today we will lose ourselves in Tales of Space and Time by H.G. Wells. Tales of Space and Time is a collection of short stories by H.G. Wells, published in 1900. Known as one of the pioneers of science fiction, Wells presents a variety of tales that explore human nature, scientific curiosity, and the potential consequences of technological advancements. Set in different times and places, these stories reflect Wells' imaginative and speculative style, often delving into the unknown and the mysterious. Through vivid storytelling and profound themes, Wells invites readers to ponder the limitless possibilities and inherent dangers of human endeavors. Plot summary: The Crystal Egg. There was, until a year ago, a small, dusty shop near Seven Dials, where the name C. Cave, naturalist and dealer in antiquities, could barely be read on a weather-worn sign. Inside, Mr. Cave, an elderly man with pale, watery blue eyes and a frail frame, managed a collection of curious items: elephant tusks, chessmen, beads, skulls, and various other oddities. Among these items was a polished crystal egg that caught the attention of two peculiar customers: a tall, thin clergyman and a dusky, black-bearded young man. Mr. Cave, anxious about the crystal, initially asked £5 for it, a price much higher than he had intended. A bargaining ensued, interrupted by Mrs. Cave, a corpulent woman with a coarse face, who insisted that £5 was a fair price. Despite her interference, Mr. Cave remained stubborn, citing an interested buyer. The customers left, promising to return. That evening, a tense discussion unfolded at supper. Mrs. Cave, their stepchildren, and Mr. Cave argued over his reluctance to sell the crystal. Feeling cornered, Mr. Cave retreated to his shop, where he often stayed late into the night. Unknown to his family, he had discovered that the crystal revealed extraordinary visions. One night, while peering into the crystal under a streak of dawn light, Mr. Cave saw a scene that defied explanation. The crystal seemed to contain a moving picture of a vast plain bordered by reddish cliffs, with towering structures and peculiar, bird-like creatures. Fascinated, he realized that the crystal acted as a window into another world, a world that might be Mars. Mr. Cave shared his secret with Mr. Wace, an assistant demonstrator at St. Catherine's Hospital. Intrigued, Mr. Wace began to study the crystal with Mr. Cave, noting the phosphorescent glow and the consistent visions of the Martian landscape. They observed enormous buildings without doors, bird-like creatures with tentacles, and mysterious masts topped with crystals similar to the one in Mr. Cave's possession. These observations suggested that the crystals were somehow connected, serving as a two-way portal between Earth and Mars. As their research progressed, Mr. Cave's health deteriorated. The stress of hiding the crystal from his family and the late-night sessions took a toll on his frail body. One night, he was found dead in his shop, the crystal clasped in his cold hands, a peaceful smile on his face. His widow, unaware of the crystal's significance, sold it to a stranger, ending Mr. Wace's investigations and leaving the crystal's fate unknown. The Star. On the first day of the new year, astronomers announced that the planet Neptune had become erratic in its movement. Soon after, a faint speck of light was discovered, rapidly growing larger and brighter. This new celestial body, a massive star, collided with Neptune, creating a brilliant new star in the sky. As the star approached Earth, its effects became increasingly severe. The heat from the star melted ice caps, causing massive floods, while earthquakes and volcanic eruptions shook the planet. Despite warnings from scientists, many people remained skeptical until the catastrophic events became undeniable. The once cold winters turned into unbearable heat, forcing people to seek refuge. The star continued to draw closer, its brightness turning night into day. Panic spread as natural disasters intensified. Rivers overflowed, drowning cities, and tidal waves swept across coastlines. The star's gravitational pull disrupted Earth's orbit, increasing temperatures and causing widespread destruction. In a small village, people gathered to pray, seeking solace in their faith. Across the world, similar scenes of desperation unfolded. Despite the chaos, human resilience shone through as people helped each other survive. Finally, at its closest approach, the star's path began to shift, pulled by Jupiter's immense gravity. The star passed by Earth, gradually receding into the depths of space. The planet slowly began to recover from the devastation. On Mars, astronomers observed the events with detached curiosity, noting the minimal long-term damage to Earth. The star became a distant memory, a testament to the fragility and resilience of life on Earth. A story of the Stone Age. 50,000 years ago, in a time before recorded history, the land that would become the North Sea was a broad, marshy plain. In this prehistoric world, Uglomi and Udina, members of a primitive tribe, found themselves outcasts. Uglomi, having killed the tribe's leader Uya in self-defense, fled into the wilderness with Udina, who loved him. The couple faced numerous challenges in their new life. They encountered wild animals, harsh weather, and the constant threat of pursuit by Uya's clan. Despite these dangers, Uglomi's ingenuity and resourcefulness helped them survive. He crafted tools and weapons, gradually improving their chances against the elements and predators. One day, while exploring, Uglomi discovered a cave that provided shelter. Inside, he found the bones of an ancient creature, which inspired him to create better weapons. With these new tools, he and Udina hunted more effectively, ensuring their survival through the harsh seasons. Their life was not without its trials. They faced attacks from wild animals and had to defend their territory from other tribes. Yet, through it all, their bond grew stronger. Uglomi's innovations began to change their way of life, marking the dawn of a new era in human evolution. In time, Uglomi and Udina's story became a legend among their people. Their descendants spread their knowledge and tools, transforming the primitive society. The couple's legacy lived on, a testament to human resilience and the power of innovation. The man who could work miracles. George McWhirter Fotheringay, an unassuming clerk, discovered he had the power to perform miracles. At first, he was skeptical, but a series of small, successful experiments convinced him of his abilities. With a simple command, he could alter reality, defying the laws of nature. Fotheringay's newfound powers quickly drew attention. He performed increasingly grandiose miracles, from making objects disappear to altering the landscape. However, his actions often had unintended consequences, causing chaos and confusion. As Fotheringay's confidence grew, so did his recklessness. He began to meddle with larger and more complex systems, disrupting the natural order. Realizing the potential for catastrophe, he sought advice from a local vicar. The vicar warned him about the ethical implications of his powers and the dangers of playing God. In a final, desperate act to prevent further disasters, Fotheringay decided to undo all his miracles. He willed the world back to its original state, relinquishing his powers. In the end, he concluded that humans were not meant to wield such extraordinary abilities, recognizing the importance of humility and responsibility. The Valley of Spiders. In a remote valley, 3 adventurers, strong and determined, encountered a terrifying swarm of giant spiders. The spiders, driven by an unknown force, moved in perfect unison, creating a living tide of death. Initially unaware of the danger, the men soon realized the peril they faced. As the spiders closed in, the adventurers used their wits and physical prowess to navigate the treacherous terrain. They climbed cliffs, crossed rivers, and set traps to slow the advancing swarm. Despite their efforts, the spiders' relentless pursuit and the harsh environment took their toll. The leader of the group, a resourceful and brave man, devised a plan to escape the valley. He led his companions through a narrow pass, hoping to outmaneuver the spiders. The journey was fraught with danger, and they faced numerous obstacles. One of the adventurers, driven by fear and exhaustion, fell behind and was consumed by the spiders. The remaining 2 pressed on, their determination unwavering. They reached the edge of the valley, where they found a narrow ledge leading to safety. As they climbed, the spiders swarmed below, unable to follow. The men emerged from the valley, scarred and weary but alive. Their harrowing experience in the Valley of Spiders became a legend, a tale of survival against overwhelming odds. The adventure highlighted the thin line between life and death and the unyielding will to persevere in the face of danger. That's it for now. If you enjoyed this, check out other books by H.G. Wells. You'll find them in the description or just search for them on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in H.G. Wells's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.